Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today we're going to talk about my add-ons and my macros I use for my mage here. So the first add-on we're going to talk about is Atlas Loot and Atlas in general. It's an add-on that makes you able to watch the dungeon maps. As you can see here, it can show you the different NPCs in here if you have a quest for them. It shows you where the boss locations is and everything. Pretty good add-on. If you have Atlas Loot, you will have this frame right here. It shows you the different loot from different bosses inside different dungeons. So yeah, pretty nice and cool add-on indeed. Next one we're gonna talk about is Bag Brother and Bag None. As you can see here, I'm opening my bag. I have one nice bag here, that's Bag None. It's the same for the bank as well. It's just one nice bag instead of having half of your UI filled with bags. And if you right click up here, you can open your bank. You cannot take or put anything into the bank, of course, but you can watch and see what you have inside the bank here. Pretty cool in my opinion. Next one we're going to talk about is Classic Cast Bars. Classic Cast Bar, I'm going to talk myself here so you can see, is a cast bar here showing what spell I'm using or your opponent is using and the duration of it and such. Pretty good versus healers if you do PvP or PvE or whatever. Next one we're going to talk about is Classic Threat Meter. Now this one is Classic Threat Meter right here. I have it next to my details, but we're going to talk about that later. Threat Meter here, this Threat Meter here is pretty good in my opinion. It allows you to see your threat, your party members' threat, your raid members' threat, so you don't over aggro and take aggro and die. It's pretty simple and easy to use. So details is the one next to here. It's a damage meter add-on that shows you damage, healing, kicks, CC breaks, whatever. Pretty good add-on, and I recommend you to use this one if you want to fight for the meter. So next one we're going to talk about is 5-second rule. Now if you're casting a spell like I'm doing now, you'll see there is this blue 5-second bar here. That means that for 5 seconds you are not regening mana as long as you're casting, that is. So as soon as you cast a spell, you have a 5-second logout, so to say, unless you have MP5 of course. But now you can see every 2 seconds now I get a tick of mana. Pretty useful both in PvP and PvE. So next one we're going to talk about is Gather Mate 2. I'm going to show you wetlands here. What it does is it tracks all the herbs, mining nodes or whatever, chests. And if you're rogue, it also tracks these food doggers or whatever. So using this add-on makes it really easy for you to make a route around the world and get farming. So pretty useful. Though you have to have mined or herbed this node before it shows up on the map. Next add-on we have is Item Rack. Item Rack is a pretty cool add-on as well. As you can see my gear here. It allows you to make different sets, as you can see here, so you can switch in between them really fast, and you can just left click over here on the minimap button and switch fast. You can also macro these if you want to. If you want to have, like I have here, a little bar showing my gear, some of my gear slots for quick swaps, if you just want to swap, for example, a trinket like here, an offhand like here. You just open your gear slot and you just alt click the item you want to, and then you can just drag it and bind them to the others, and now you have these right here. It makes it really fast and easy to switch out gear. Next add-on we're going to talk about is Leatrix Maps. It's a pretty useful map add-on in my opinion. Instead of having one big map covering all your screen, it's just one small nice map here. You can make the size of, you can drag it around where you want it to spawn when you click the map button. yeah, it shows you your current coordinates and also where you hover over with your mouse. So it's pretty cool add-on, and I recommend you to get this one as well. Now, next one we're going to talk about is Leatrix Plus. It's the best add-on in the game, if you ask me. This add-on is really huge. It's a really big add-on as well. It has all kinds of different easy life quality things to it. For example, you can see whenever I go to a vendor now that can repair, first of all, it's gonna sell all the gray shit I have in my bags, and it's gonna repair my gear without me having to click. Pretty nice. It can auto release you if you die in PvP. It can auto block duels if you don't want to have duel invites. It can increase your chat history so you can have a really long history. It just have a lot of really nice features to it. You can see here it shows you the free bag slots you have. So you can see down here I have 55 free bag slots in my bags. Pretty cool if you ask me. It can hide the griffins on the sides on your cast action bar. Hide the griffins. Pretty cool. And it can stand and dismount. What that means is if you mount up and you want to cast a spell, instead of pressing dismount, you can just cast a spell and it will instantly dismount you. So that's pretty cool in my opinion. We're gonna try again so you can see it here. We're just gonna cast Ice Barrier and boom, instantly dismount without doing anything. Pretty cool add-on and one of my favorites, definitely. It's probably my favorite add-on. Alright, so next one we're gonna talk about is mix scrolling battle text. This is the add-on I use for whenever I'm farming in Diamol. If you have seen my previous videos, you have seen me go into the docks in Diamol North, pull them all and get out of there without taking any damage. It's pretty cool, and I'm gonna show you here why I use this add-on. We are just gonna pull a ton of mobs here. So what I'm basically gonna show you is I'm gonna show you that when I have a lot of mobs on me and I don't want to die whenever I get out of my block, for example, you see we're gonna block here. Now you can see here all the hits. So what you're looking for is a great stack of hits, or sorry, immune. And then you can see you just instantly get out of your block, take no damage almost, and they all know that and easy. And it's from here it's just a win, you know. It's a really nice add-on and one of my favorites. Next one we're gonna talk about is RealMobHealth. I'm just gonna go back in here again so you can see how it works. Now what this add-on does is it shows you the value or the exact number of health these mobs have. As you can see, this guy have almost 2.3k HP. It's pretty good, and it's making it a lot easier than the default UI from Blizzard. Because now you can actually time what spells you should use in what case and such. Pretty cool. Alright, so what we're going to talk about now is Ring Menu. Now Ring Menu is this add-on right here. What it does is it acts this little wheel here. It's a second action bar. Why I use this is because it's good to keep all these spells you use every now and then but don't want to have on your action bars because they take up a lot of space. Therefore they're really good to have hidden this way, in my opinion. Just have in mind when you download the add-on you have to do a /ring-menu like this, and then you can just key bind it to whatever key you want to. The good thing about this is no matter where you have this your mouse here, it will open on that exact spot. As you can see, there's no default spot for it to open, and whenever you click a spell it instantly despawns, so it just removes itself. So it's pretty cool, one of my favorites. Alright, so another add-on we're going to talk about is thread plates. You can see the plate above these mobs' health. It's my favorite one. all the health plates out there. I think this one looks smooth. As you can see here, it's nice and red. You can change the colors and such. It gives the name, it gives the level, and the star here means it's elite. It's an elite. It has all the information I want in a very nice and smooth way. Definitely one of my favorite add-ons as well. Alright, so Unitscan is the next add-on I'm gonna talk about. As you can see, when I step out here, it's gonna pop instantly because I already put in a name. This guy here. Now, I can't see him right now, but I can just click here, and that way I can target him. So now I can put a skull on him, and boom, there he is. He's hiding up there, alright. It's really, really good if you are looking for some rare elite mobs, or just a player you want to kill or something. Pretty nice add-on in my opinion. What you're gonna do is, to make this work, is just you type /Unitscan and then the name of the mob or player you want to kill. Great add-on in my opinion. Alright, next add-on we're gonna talk about is my CharacterStats Classic add-on. This is definitely in the top 3 of my favorite add-ons. What it does is, as you can see here, it calculates all the spell power, crit, spell hit, and everything I have with this current gear I'm wearing right now. And as you can see, when I hover over here, my spell power, I have 280 fire damage. And then I have 214 default, not default, but spell power. So yeah, very nice add-on to show you nice and quick, without you have to do math or anything to calculate how much you have. Alright, so I'm gonna talk about one more add-on. It's called DeadlyBossMods. This is one of the best add-ons as well out there. What it does is it tells you information about when the boss in a raid or dungeon do a specific mechanic. Gives you time to react to that before you go ahead and wipe the raid or whatever. It can tell you when, for example in Battlegrounds, when the flag respawn, when you can go grab the flag, when the tower or the bunker burns down. If you open it here, you can see, for example, in Sunken Temple, currently I'm farming my offhand in Sunken Temple. You can see the amount of times I killed these dragons here. I killed these dragons 191 times each, and I had a few wipes. Now I wanna say that I haven't died this amount of time. Every time you reset, it counts as a wipe as well. So yeah, but of course I have died a few times, but definitely not this many times, not at all. Alright, last add-on we're gonna talk about. It's called Questie. It's one of the best add-ons as well. I love this because it's just making questing so much easier. As you can see, all these markers here are the quest I haven't done yet that is within my level range everywhere in the world. It also shows you where to hand in the quest you completed. If you have a quest that you're currently on, it's going to show you on the map where to go to kill the mobs or loot whatever you have to loot. So yeah, it's a pretty good add-on in my opinion. So let's move on to my macros. I'm gonna do a /macro here. So as you can see, this add-on here, macro is a lifesaver, especially when you're farming Diamond North. I had so many people asking me, how do you get out of block and don't die when you're farming the dogs in Diamond North? Everybody tell me they instantly get killed by the dogs. This is how I make it. As you can see, this macro here makes me instantly get out of block if I want to. I click block, and instead of waiting a few seconds, because you have to do that with standard Blizzard thing, you can just instantly do like this and get out. I'm gonna cold snipe here and show you again how it works, how fast you can actually get out of the block. Be careful now, look this. You saw that? You are not gonna be able to do that with a standard Blizzard UI. So definitely use this one and time it perfectly when you're doing the dogs in Diamond North, otherwise you're gonna die. So this one is my Counterspell macro. What it does is it just stops whatever I'm casting to instantly counterspell my opponent's cast. For example, if I'm fighting a priest or a shaman or something, I want to be able to interrupt his heal really fast, so I can have a chance of winning, of course. That's what this one does. So you just cast whatever, click this macro, and it instantly stops your cast and interrupts. This one is just a simple macro. It's for all my healing potions, superior healing potion, greater healing potion, major healing potion, river root, tubers and such. Just have in mind when you click this one, it spams all these things that are here. So if you are not that low on health, you should probably not use it. But if you're really low on health, it's gonna pop your biggest major healing potion, and it's gonna use a river root tuber as well. So you should be able to get like 2-3k health instantly using this one. It's the same with my mana, exact same thing here. It's for my mana gems, my mana ruby, my mana pots and everything. Really good add-on, macro as well. Now this one is my stealth macro. I call it stealth because this one is the macro I use to get rogues and druids out of stealth. What it does is when I spam around out of combat, this one, it casts rank 1 Arcane Explosion to try lure them out. As soon as you enter combat, it casts the max rank Arcane Explosion. It's a really good add-on in my opinion. Macro. I keep saying add-on. Well, it's a really good macro, and I recommend you to use this in PvP. You can also use it in PvE or whatever. But yeah, pretty good one. Now, these 3 last macros I have here is basically just a macro to show what kind of trinket I'm using. As you can see here on this tab right here and here, I'm using a speed trinket right now. It's Nifty Stopwatch, and I'm using the Eye of the Beast. Now if I want to switch these out, you can see here the tooltip should change as well, so I can always see what trinket I have equipped right now. It's really useful, especially now soon that PvP is out and you're gonna get your PvP trinket and such. You want to be able to switch in between during the fights, so yeah. Alright, I hope you liked this video, and if you do, remember to leave a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. So yeah, see you in the next video.